It's a fairly common occurrence for clients to enter the range for a lesson and they explain that their good player friend has told them exactly what they're doing wrong, but they can't quite help it. And good players do have good observations, but often the understanding of why the movement is in the swing in the first place is the big issue. Sometimes the movements that don't look orthodox are actually required to stop another bad shot from happening. So one such instance I'll explain here, and a common thing is, for example, scooping. So the club head passes the handle very early and reaches the golf ball before the handle does. That equates sometimes to ground before ball contact, sometimes thin shots, really high flight with a lack of distance. And so getting to the root cause of why that has to take place is often the gold. So one such thing generally is club face being very, very open in the golf swing, which would normally hit the ball to the right. Now if I just pop this little magnetic lie tool on the face here, if you have the club face very open, any stage, but importantly in the downswing, and the club face is too much towards the sky here, then if you actually move through effectively with good sequence and in towards impact, the club face will be massively high and rightwards, which will create slices. So two things that players do to get around that then is, one, they'll try and start swinging the club out this direction here, coming over the top of the correct downswing and working across left. So again, they might get the club face okay, but very high lofted, but the club's working so far left, there's going to be rightward curve. And the other one is, again, even if the downswing line is correct, then coming down with the wrong sequence, correct sequence but wrong in this circumstance, would put the face to the right. So if the body stops its motion and the club works in there, all of a sudden very high lofted, handle back, but you'll see from this angle the club face points down the target line. So there's a necessity to make those errors, but they're actually in there to stop rightward shots happening. So a little exercise you can do for this one, if you have an alignment cane, is you can pop cane through the belt loops. If you don't have an alignment cane, you can use bamboo cane, anything, any stick you've got lying around really. So this is kind of a two birds with one stone exercise. So if we can get start position here and we swing back just a short distance so the club shaft is parallel with the stick through the belt loops, the club face and the bottom edge of the club at that stage should be parallel with the spine. And from there then, the club face is in better order to be able to turn the body through and move down on through impact. So from face on, there, that position there, and then we turn down and through impact. So the club face is definitely much squarer, has less loft, and the handle slightly ahead of the club head. We're not trying to hold on to that angle. From that position, you turn through down effectively, lower body first. You'll come in on the right line. From this direction here again, because the club's in the right position there, it's not a way out in front of the body. It's nicely in line there. We can just turn on through and you'll see the club heads travelling slightly rightwards in towards the ball, then eventually it would work back leftwards after impact. So just hit some little short chip shots. You can graduate from slow ones, double checking there, and then turn through, to gradually increasing the swing length and then gradually increasing the swing speed as you become accustomed to it. But really being very aware of where the club face is will earn you the right to move through with a better sequence in towards impact. So if you got one of those sticks lying around, give it a shot, see how you get on, but you should see more solid contact, lower launching flights and more powerful flights.